Edunova Learning Solutions YouTube चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। आज की इस वीडियो में आप एक ऐसे कैंडिडेट का रियल इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस सुनने वाले हैं जिन्होंने पहले NVS और KVS दोनों इंटरव्यूज अटेंड किए हैं। वह अपने इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस, पूछे गए क्वेश्चंस, डेमो क्लास और इम्पोर्टेंट लेसन्स आपके साथ शेयर करेंगी। ये वीडियो NVS और KVS की तैयारी कर रहे सभी टीचिंग एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होगी। चलिए शुरू करते हैं।
Hi, good morning everyone. I know all of you are eagerly waiting for your KVS, NVS and of course EMRS results. For KVS and NVS, we still have one more important step, that is the interview. So as a previous candidate, I thought I would share my interview experience with you. I have attended both NVS and KVS interviews and right now I'm also waiting for my results like you all. So I felt this is the right time to share my experience and of course this is my first YouTube video. I thought it will be helpful for many because I have been seeing so many aspirants asking so many questions and they are really eager to clear their doubts. So I thought, why can't I help you all if I know your doubts, questions. Okay, let's start with my Navodaya interview. At that time, there was no tier 1 and tier 2 system. There was only one exam, both general and main together. I got selected in the main list, but my mark was just above the cutoff. For example, if the cutoff was 75, my mark was around 76, 77. So honestly, I was not fully prepared for the interview. My mark was low, though I was selected in the main list. But many people encouraged me to attend, so I decided to give it a try. My NVS interview was conducted in Hyderabad. I think it was around 2022. We reached the place one day earlier and even visited the venue just to avoid any last time confusion. On the interview day, we were first taken to a big hall where we had to fill out a form. It included our academic details. Some had CGPA, some had semester-wise marks. So we had to carefully fill everything. And myself, I was a semester student. After that, they called us based on our number for certificate verification. Then we were asked to wait in another room. After the certificate verification, we had to go to another room and we waited there. Then regarding the interview, there were 2 interview panels. In my panel, there were 4 members, 1 lady and 3 gentlemen. When I entered, I asked for permission and they asked me to take my seat. First, they asked me to introduce myself. During my introduction, I mentioned that I was a Navodaya student and they seemed happy about it. I'm not sure, I just feel so. That made me feel more confident. Then they asked me a few questions from the grammar, especially determiners and demonstratives. I was a little bit confused when they asked about the determiners. Because always I get confused between determiners and demonstratives. So, but I managed. Then they asked about active and passive voice. And I think 1 or 2 questions from the figure of speech, specifically transferred epithet. But overall, the interview was good. It was not a tough task. After that, they asked me to take a demo class. I think I did it well. And overall, the interview went smoothly. And it was for about 10 to 15 minutes. But as I already told you, unfortunately, I was not selected. My marks were just above the cutoff and at that time I was working. So I didn't get enough time to prepare properly. Still, I consider it as a good experience. Later, I also attended the KVS interview, but I think this video is already getting long. So I'll share my KVS interview experience in the next video. If I find this one helpful for you, of course, I'll post the other video. Otherwise, I'll stop with this. If you have any doubts or queries regarding the interview process or topics, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help. Thank you.